I preached last month, in the month of March, I preached on Ecclesiastes. And this has been one of the books that has influenced my life greatly, given me great comfort, and always intrigued me. It's usually thought of as this despairing and this depressed book. And I think that there is some depression recorded in the pages of Scripture because the whole spectrum of human emotion is a valid part of the Christian experience. However, the book of Ecclesiastes seems to me more like the calculated words of the wisest ruler in the world. People would come from all over to see him speak and hear his wisdom and what he's gleaned over his life of wealth, power, wisdom, affluence, women. He had it all. This sermon that he was giving in his old age began with meaningless. Meaningless. Everything is meaningless. A striking statement. And he backs it up. There's nothing new under the sun. At the end of your life, the wind's just going to return to its circuits where it started. The world keeps on going without you, and you won't be remembered. And this is usually thought of as a depressing thought. However, I can speak to my own experience with this book. In times in my life when my composition output and my writing output has not been where I want it to be, I'm not satisfied with the quality of my own work, this book has reminded me that it's not about me. What I put out there is going to be forgotten. Same with everyone else. And it doesn't matter if I make an impact. What matters is if I serve God, if I remember my Creator in the days of my youth. And so I want to share from chapter 9 of Ecclesiastes this beautiful story that has inspired me to write a song that I want to share for you today. Chapter 9, verse 11. Again I saw that under the sun the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge, but time and chance happen to them all. For man does not know his time, like fish that are taken in an evil net, and like birds that are caught in a snare, so the children of man are snared at an evil time, when it suddenly falls upon them. I've also seen this example of wisdom under the sun, and it seemed great to me. There was a little city with few men in it, and a great king came against it and besieged it. But there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no one remembered that poor man. But I say that wisdom is better than might, though the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of the wise heard in quiet are better than the shouting of a ruler among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. And so that convicted me quite a bit, and I've been thinking about it ever since I preached on it. That Solomon sees this ruler shouting among fools, and he has everything. He conquers cities, and there's a wise nobody. And Solomon says it's better to be that wise nobody than to be the ruler shouting among fools. So that's how I want to conduct my life, and I hope that I can, through my sharing of the scripture here, influence you to have a similar outlook, to be wise, even though it might not give you fame, it might not ever be remembered. It's still better to be wise. Vanity of vanities beneath the sun, and all will be forgot. Meager breath when all is done, and life I saw folly, I saw wisdom, but both were but a vapor. And wisdom's gain meant sorrow's run, and this has been my lot. Wisdom's gain I can't deny, nor prudence its advantage. Pleasure's lure may catch my eye, despite its bent toward damage. But whether wise or foolish, I will perish all the same, and never will be satisfied if gold and riches cherish. Better sorrow is than foolish mirth, and wise rebuke than folly. The wise remember end and birth to make their hearts feel joy. I'll be content and know the worth of wisdom of employ, and all the joys upon the earth, and idols I'll destroy. But one thing I remember when all else is proved vain, that though a dying ember, I've been given a new name. My life is small and meager, and never will see fame. But God I will remember, and all else will be gain.